Welcome to the Starters Order 6 Online League review show for the flat week number 10 then. While most of the eyes might have been on Cheltenham this week with a big Cheltenham festival over the sticks, there were plenty of big group races and some top handicaps on the flat as well. We're going to take a look at them now. Start off with Doug having a little bit of a run through of his day one races.
Welcome to the roundup of the flat on day one from week 10. I'm just going to jump straight in. And the first race was the Betfred Sprint Cup at Haydock. It was a Group 1 and it was a very exciting finish with many chances near the end, but Go Sapper's Donna Rosanna pulled out all the stops to win from Pirate Lord, trained by Thunderspark, who was a short head in second, and Astelina Stephen ran third, another 3/4 of a length away. Race 2 was the Betfred Old Borough Cup at Haydock, and it was a 0 to 100 handicap. And Young Generation for Kevin Minahan got up by 1.5 lengths from Accession, Molliet Surfer in second spot, and third was Hollywood Hinton's I'm Suntrap, who was a further 1.5 lengths away in third. Race 3, the Red Mules Irish Champion Stakes at Leopardstown. And that was another Group 1, and no surprise to see Go Zapper's Shady Heights take the money from Underwing, trained by Thunderspark, who was 1.25 lengths away in second, and the very ultra-consistent Plymouth Rock, Paul Rhodes, who was another 3/4 away, and also close up, quite a tight battling finish was Pepperoni Pete, and also very consistent horse that's going around at the moment, Ocamere Della Costa. Race 4, that was the Coolmore Pegasus Matron Stakes at Leopardstown, and it was a Group 1. If there's any evidence that Vinnie Gerard is on the way up, then Iwan Bothwell is the smoking gun. In one of the most exciting finishes of the day, got up just by a short head, just tipping out Selena for Thunderspark, and 1/4 away in third was Cushart for Marty Can. So we'd like to say congratulations to Vinnie Gerard on a job well done. Race 5 is the Polypipe Flying Childers at Doncaster, and it was a Group 2, and Ted Burrow for John Morgan saluted the judge. It got up by 3/4 a length from Burldust, trained by Thunderspark, who was having an unfortunate run of seconds. Third was Last Ride, Leon Van Rensburg. Race 6 was the Speedy Services Doncaster Cup at Doncaster. That was a Group 2. And starting to sound like a scratched record, but another win to Go Sapper with Bowl and Eric. It was a top win, but Stardust Orpin second and Swing Spiel third were both very brave in placing. Race 7 at the Races Champagne Stakes at Doncaster, and it was another Group 2, and it was good to see Alan McDonald pluck a Group 2 with the fast finishing De Niro. Disarming Voice was awfully unlucky, finishing second, a short head away for Darren Thompson, and One of a Kind for Leon Van Rensburg was another short head away in third spot, so it was a very exciting finish in the end. Race 8, and that was the Ladbrokes Portland Handicap at Doncaster, and it was a 0 to 110 race, and Wheater for Marty Cairns got up by a head, and a lot of close finishes on the day. Process Live, Peter Kale was second, and then a short head away again in third was Velvet Underground Kevin Minahan, and we'll just keep going down the page here. Then another short head to King Best, another short head to Lindwall, and another short head to Fine Puzzle, then a 1/4 length to Andhra Pradesh, then another short head to Kentucky Grand Duke, I think it is, then a head to the American. So that's the top 9, and that just goes to show how much of a close finish race 8 was. Very exciting for all the trainers involved. Race 9 was the last big one of the day, and it was the Ladbrokes St Ledger at Doncaster, and it was a Group 1, and Stephen Rand finally grabs another Group 1 win with the consistent shoot, which was untroubled to win. Briefcase full of dollars ran well for second for Paul Rhodes, and FIFA Vintage ran a much honest race than what FIFA could do in third spot. And the last race of the day was race 10. That was the Agriago UK Tractors Nursery at Doncaster, and it was a 0 to 100. And Joshua Sutherland made his way to the winners' enclosure with Closing Gap, and it got up by a 1/4 length to Sheramakova. Martin Cairns, 3/4 length away in second, and Iowa Averov for Vinnie Gerard was 3/4 way in third. That wraps up the day 1 of the week 10 of the flat. And now let's all get revved up for week 11.
So Tuesday's action got underway then with the Shadwell Stud Fillies Mile, a Group 1 event for 2-year-old fillies at Newmarket, and that was a great win for Mylena from Thunder Spark. The lead about a furlong out and quickly went clear. Won it really, really easily by 6.5 lengths. It wasn't a particularly big field or particularly competitive looking field, to be honest, and biggest surprise probably was the fact that Mylena didn't go off favourite. Won it easily by 6.5 lengths. As I said, Naked Truth was third. Fruity Costello chased home the winner for second, but it was pretty much a one-horse race, and be interesting to see where Thunder Spark sends Mylena next. Will she stick to the fillies races or will she go up against the Colts? Talking of which, it was them up next at the same venue, Newmarket, for the Royal Lodge, and this was another win for the horse named after the beer that Doug and myself were talking about the other week, Stella Artois for Paul Rhodes. Comfortable win again, 1 3/4 lengths is all it was, but he won it easily enough from Flavouring in second. Man Alive back in third, ran well. David Robertson, who had a good week at Cheltenham, he had a place there in a Group 2 as well, which will be good. And once again, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Stella Artois next, whether that one's liable to stay in training for next season and a crack at the Classics. Knowing Paul Rhodes, he's probably already got one better than it though, so probably won't see it again next year. After race 12 was, surprisingly enough, race 13, and that was the Cambridgeshire. That was an interesting race for lots of reasons. The first one being that we got a 2,000 guineas winner in the Cambridgeshire. That's not the sort of thing that happens every year, and handicapper gave him a sporting chance, but unfortunately the horse didn't take it and never really looked like winning at all, to be honest. Personally think that the trip was a bit too far for it. A really thrilling finish again with Devious Diva just getting up on the line. It was a late call, and Martin Cairns must have thought that his jockey had left it too late to pour out Nebraskan pepper and salt for Vinnie Gerard. Must have thought he had the race won. The Happy Zombie was another one that ran really well. That finished third, and it was a pretty good race. And so after the Cambridgeshire, then we had the Silver Wedding Handicap, and that was a 0 to 100 handicap over a mile and a half, and that was a win for Sans Montjuic, who's been running consistently well all season and gets a good win. Good deserved win for Darren Thompson. Breaking Glass ran well in second, but was 4 lengths behind, so it was a pretty comfortable win, with Eagstill Girl in third for Jim Murray, who was had quite a few placings, didn't he, this week, Jim Murray. I'm sure he's not complaining. And also interested to see some of the horses that we've been seeing in group races down the field. The likes of Lady Oaks and Purple Duck. Corcovo's been running some good races as well, and that one came 5th, and they've all still got some chances to win for the rest of the season, I would have thought. Moving on to race 15, we were off to Ayr, and this was the nursery. Duke of England won that for Matty McLean by a length and a half from Storm Ride Surfer. Molliette Surfer in second, and Doug Warren running into form lately, isn't he? Another place with Down Japan. A few more notes in that wallet of his, and he'll be happy with that, I should think. Another one getting placed, and there's Terence DeBal coming forth with Alan Dew Golden as well. So only a small field in that race. I don't think there's any world beaters in there, but it's always good to get a winner. So that we had the Campbell Handicap, and that was a win for the Prisoner, or Joshua Sutherland. Won that quite comfortably from Dog End to Download in second, and Jewish Fantasy was third for Satyam Sandrasegaran. I'm not quite sure what country Satyam's from. We'll perhaps have to try and find out, because we were looking at the during the week, weren't we, how many different nationalities and different countries we've got people based in, so we'll have to try and work it out, I think, before the end of the season. We'll see quite how far the long arm of Starters Order 6 spreads. So good win there for the Prisoner in the Campbell Handicap. After that we had another 0 to 90, that was the UAE Handicap, again at Ayr, and this was a win for Rod McClure again, who'd had a double the week before, and this time he's popped up with Hieroglyphics, who won quite comfortably from Biotech's Tarantula, and that was staying on well. Golden Shot ran well in third. I think somebody might have marked that one up a week or two ago, probably Tim, I think. Marshall was back in fourth, and it wasn't a particularly big field again. The 2 small fields on the flat this week, and good win though for Hieroglyphics, and another winner for Rod McClure. The William Hill Gold Cup was next, and that was a 0 to 110, of course. William Hill Gold Cup at Ayr, as it's properly called now. Lonesome Train was the winner of that one for Leon van Rensburg, with another second for Jim Murray with Fibre Optic, and then Storm Rising back in third for Joshua Sutherland. All three of them ran well and would have to be in with a chance of following up or winning again later in the season. And Fork in the Road also ran well for a long time for Matty McLean. That one ended up finishing sixth. Graham Clutterbuck's Bang a Mile was not far away either in fourth, and Stu Gray had King's Chorister in fifth, just to complete the top six there. So it was a length and a quarter win for Lonesome Train. After that one we went over to Thirsk for the Personal Touches Handicap, which is I'm quite sure what that race is all about, but this was probably the race that should have the most to be spoken about all week, really, despite only being a 0 to 90 handicap. Was an absolute incredible performance of the jockey. On the third place horse, Cliff, because Cliff went into the lead basically inside the final 2 furlongs and was clear, and the jockey was having a little look round and he was quite happy, and all of a sudden he just stopped dead, and Space Heater and Man Cave swept past him, and that was that. We've had 1 or 2 incidents this season of jockeys dropping their hands and not riding out to the finish, but that was by far the worst one, and great credit to James Shea. I haven't noticed any complaining about it at all. I think Peter Cahill was quite pleased though, because it meant another winner for him with his Space Heater getting up to win it, because he couldn't possibly have thought that was going to win 2 furlongs out. And then Doug's up there again in fourth, look, with Light Andiamo. And as we said, Man Cave for Serious Chill was a second, but that race really was all about the performance of the jockey on Cliff, who I think I suggested needed to probably be thrown off a cliff, but if you, as you can see there, it's pretty shocking stuff. The final race on Tuesday was the Tote Quick Pick Handicap at Kempton. Golden Gun won this one from Mubtahij. Pinocchio back in third, and good win for Kevin Minahan, and Satyam's up there again with a place in second, so he's knocking on the door, isn't he? He'll probably be due a win soon as well. So that was the end of Tuesday. Plenty more group races to come later in the week as well on the Wednesday, with Mike doing most of the commentating on Wednesday, and battling on bravely through some illness, and did a good job. The show must go on and all that sort of stuff, and I'll have a quick look back at his races now. And he started off with the Pre-Labai at Longshot, a big sprint of course, and I don't think anybody was too surprised with the outcome. Lock Song for the Machine, that is the John Morgan stables, just churning out winner after winner after winner. Again, the biggest surprise there probably that something went off favourite against Lock Song, who looks pretty much unbeatable. The favourite was Zisteria, who finished third, didn't run a bad race at all, and Kentucky Lightning did well to finish in between the two of them for Paul Rhodes. So while those 3 trainers were pretty much collecting plenty of winnings at Cheltenham, they were collecting them in Paris as well. So that was a good race, good start to the day for Mike's Wednesday races, and things didn't drop off with the Prix Jean-Luc Lagardère next, which was a Thunderspark winner this time, and that was quite good, winning by 3/4 of a length for Low Key Affair in second and Store One back in third. I think that maybe Gray Clutterbuck was a little bit disappointed with Claire Grogan only finishing fourth after she'd been up against Shinko Dancer the last couple of times. I thought that he'll be in with a chance this time, but unfortunately she couldn't cope with the colt, and even got beaten by another filly as well, with John Morgan's Low Key Affair finishing second. But I think all 4 of them look like they might be pretty decent. Moving on to race 23, that was the Prix de l'Opera, and that was a well-deserved win for Key Solution, who's been up there and thereabouts in lots of good races this season. Venus de Milo was hoping to follow a good win in the Prix de Diane earlier in the season, but was well held by Key Solution, half length back. Piccolo ran well in third, and River June also ran a good race in fourth. There was a good field and some good horses in that race, and a good win for Key Solution. On to race 24, and that of course was a Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, which normally one of the biggest races of the calendar. It's probably the richest flat race in Europe at the moment, isn't it, apart from the Derby, and that was won by Typhoon Gale for Thunderspark. Just about got up to beat the unlucky mismanaged from Stephen Rann, and Glacial Storm back in third, Calypso King fourth for Molly at Surfer. He'd be pretty chuffed, I think, to get a fourth in a big Group 1 flat race. One or two of the horses down the field there were possibly disappointing. Nightcrawler in particular didn't run particularly well, but it was a good win for Typhoon Gale. Another Group 1 for Thunderspark. Prix de la Forêt was next, and that was a win for Nightwing, who's one of those infuriating horses, isn't it, who runs 2 ways, either runs really well or not so well at all. And the Bulldozer, who's been in good form lately, was was a worthy second and most welcome. Another good yardstick was third with Solution back in fourth, and they're all good horses, those four. And so that was a top class race. And when you look back down the field there, you can see that you got Lemon Ice, which I think won the 1,000 guineas earlier in the season, back in sixth, and that's top form. And be interesting to see where they go towards the end of the season, with that race there being over 7 furlongs. Not sure whether there are any big 7 furlong races left, so maybe some of them might nip back up to a mile again, and we might see them in some big races over the next few weeks. We've got Queen Elizabeth II, haven't we, coming up soon? But you'd be pretty sure there'll be some winners to come out of that race. The next race was the Prix de Cadran. That's the French version of the Ascot Gold Cup, of course, and it was a great win for Snow Princess, who just stalked where to start all the way around, didn't she? And was just waiting to pounce, really. The filly's well better than the colts in that race, finishing first and second, and poor Rhodes must be pretty fed up, because where to start looked like got the staying division wrapped up earlier in the season, and then he got pipped at the Ascot Gold Cup, didn't he? And now he's got pipped in the French one as well. What a funny feeling. It might have been John Morgan both times. If it wasn't, it was probably Thunderspot, the other one. But second both times, it's not bad. Not bad to be coming second in Gold Cups, but I'm sure he'd rather be winning them. But still good performance, and Snow Princess did look pretty good. But I suppose if you're going to call a horse Snow Princess, you're going to have to make sure it's good. Race 27 was the Qatar Grand Handicap, and that was a win for Gengar, or Jengar, or I'm not sure how you say it. Big price winner, 33-1, just got up by a short head from Manakakias, who was running right back at the beginning of the season in a Lincoln. I think we're not favourite for the Lincoln, Manakakias, so that's probably his best run for a while. Sweet Temptation in third for Joshua Sutherland, and another fourth for Molliet Surfer with Viper Crown. But good win there for Jengar, and Darren Thompson will be quite happy to get a nice winner on the flat there. That took us to race 28, which was the Decond Group 3 Stakes at Longchamp. It's not a race I'm particularly familiar with, but Noble Endeavour was a good winner there. Favourite for Paul Rhodes, and won fairly comfortably by 3/4 of a length from Trillions. Thunderspark in second, and Ganges back in third for James Shea. 7 furlongs again then for the Goffs National Stakes at the Curragh. This was an Alan MacDonald winner, so not content with winning the Gold Cup at Cheltenham, he also managed to pick up a Group 1 on the flat as well with Fan Thriller, so it must have been a good week for him, and possibly the best week he's ever had. I don't know, we'll have to see if he comes into the forums or something and tells us, but he should be absolutely delighted with that. Fan Thriller, not very often that you're going to get a Group 1 winner on the flat, and it's only going to be your second best winner of the week. So that was good. Morning Star in second for Thunderspark is a good horse as well, and so that's pretty good form. And Clash on Rock for Joshua Sutherland was third. That ran well as well. That took us to race number 30, which was the Irish St Leger. We already had the Doncaster St Leger, of course, on the Monday that Doug had done. So it was interesting to see the choice that some of the trainers made as to which horse to put in which. And Lime Gardens won it quite comfortably really for John Morgan, despite looking like it was going to be boxed in and not be able to get out. The jockey did a good job of pulling it out and going to challenge around the outside. Chipmunk was unlucky. Of course, Chipmunk didn't have a choice as to which race to go for, because being a 4-year-old's not allowed in the St Leger at Doncaster. I have to say the field for this Irish St Leger was probably stronger than the one for the Doncaster St Leger, but it was a good race, and Lime Gardens did well to win. Chipmunk good in second for Stephen Brown, and Graham Clutterbuck Twin Peaks in third for him, with Paul Rhodes back in fourth, the Trade Unionists. So that was the main racing on Wednesday. Then we had a few bonus races as well. And the first one of those was the Flame of Tara Nursery Curragh. That was won pretty comfortably by Darren Howell's horse, which is called Synchronised something or other, but on screen just says Synchronised Bar at the moment, so I can't make out what it is. But whatever it's called, it won well by a length and a half from James Follis's Creedon in second, and James Shea's Iron Sea back in third. Second of the 3 bonus races was the Anglesey Handicap. That's a 0-85, and this was a chance for James Shea to get a winner with Whipped Up, winning by 3/4 of a length from Just Another Day. Cairns in second, and Morpeth best for Darren Howells back in third. Californian God, Vinnie Gerard was fourth, and there's Satyam up there again with Primo Z in fifth. So Satyam's got to be due a winner soon, I think. And then the final race of a very busy week was the Irish Field Handicap. again at the Curragh, 0-90, and this was another win for Curtin's Aaron Darty. And Terence DeBarl, who'd won the week before, and he beat Doug Warren's Vitachi Moss by a quarter of a length. Doug must have been thinking that he was gonna get another winner there, but Terence has run into form and it's interesting. I'm pretty sure that Terence is French, I think, and all the big racing was going on at Longchamp. He was busy cleaning up in the Curragh, so well done there. Not many horses in the handicap field anyway managed to win 2 weeks on the trot, so well done to Curtin's Aaron Darty. Be interesting to see where that one goes next. And as we say, Vitachi Moss second for Doug, and then Sirius Chill got a third with Big Hurt, and Mike Tartaglia getting up there in a fourth, calling his own horse into fourth with Vodka at Midnight. So that was Wednesday's racing then. So that was week 10 then. Well done to everybody that had a winner, and good luck in week 11. You all have a good time and your horses run well, and I'll leave you now with another little look back at the big race of the week, the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe with Mike. See you next time.
It's Typhoon Gale. Typhoon Gale just breathing down, but here comes Mismanage. Typhoon Gale and Mismanage. Typhoon Gale hits the wire first in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.